They assemble at night, each one having prepared as diligently as possible for the time given to them before the witching hour, the hour of reckoning, the time when they begin outdoor cartoon television. Stray Casts is on the air.
Good evening, glory, hallelujah to you. What the heck's your story and what's going through you? This is the glorified version of a Bass Fishing Talk Show. I'm your host, Pat Renwick. Give it up for yourselves. Bass Galaxy, hello. Happy Wednesday. We're back. We are back. Yes. Yes, today's show is filmed before a live studio audience. Give it up for yourself, Bass Galaxy live studio audience. That is you. We are all jacked up because today is the annual Bassmaster Classic Champion Celebration Show. Long overdue. The Gremlins are gone, and we bring to you, Bass Galaxy, your champion, Justin Hamner. That's right. That's right. Justin Hamner. What a champion, in fact. Plus, of course, not just Justin, but in true Stray Cast glorified version of a Bass Fishing Talk Show fashion, we're bringing you sneak guests galore. Not one, not two, but three sneak guests from the Bass Galaxy. Friends, heroes, and debutantes tonight on Stray Cast. Hey, it's good to be back. It sure is good to be back here after a little hiatus. And first off, give it up for the one and only Andrew Ellenberger producing the heck out of this deal right here. He's a ginger ninja. Also, Popcorn Whitaker can't be here tonight. He's doing a seminar on Great Lakes Bassin. So give it up for Ryan anyway. Wish you were here, Popcorn, for the big event. And of course, JR Rockin' Shoal Fantasy. He's on the chat board. Run your question through JR. Tell him you said, hey, hi, ho. And guess what? JR, at the end of the show, is going to put in the randomizer. Not one, not two, but three winners for the like and share contest. First off the bat, we got a Tin Cup Whiskey like and share contest. How do you like that? Give it up. Tin Cup Mountain Whiskey. Boom, boom, boom. Then what is next on there? Oh, Power Pole, a Power Pole fun pouch. Compliments of the good people at Power Pole and Justin Hamner. And get this, last but not least, Justin Hamner himself is going to go into his garage and grab something out of there and send it to you, a lucky member of the Bass Galaxy. And all you got to do is like and share the live Facebook feed. 3 chances to win. Boom. That's it. Talk about there in a minute, a little bit more. Hey, congratulations to John Garrett on your Harris Chain victory. Congratulations, John. Yes, sir. Bassmaster Elite Series victory. Blue Trophy winner, John Garrett. Congratulations. And, of course, our friend Corey Johnston. Congratulations. Corey, we are so proud of you, bud. So proud of you. I mean, unreal. Unreal, Corey. You did it. You did it. John and Corey coming on soon on the Straight Cast show. Thank you, Bassmaster. Having a great time on tour with Bassmaster, by the way. If you want to see some of the endeavors that Kyle, Jesse, and the bunch have me into. You can go look for, at Bassmaster.com, chat with Pat, riding with Pat, and the soon-to-be Bassman on the street. So check that out on the Bassmaster.com. Boom. Moving right along. Hey, Gingy, you got any infomercial type bass fishing beginning of show music? Let's get on to some business. Some official business. Yes, I like it. There it is, official business. First off, I am still madly in love with the 6-inch cull shed by Berkeley. I mean, the thing is absolutely amazing, and I'm catching them wherever I go on the perch color, which looks like a bluegill to me. So go figure. And adding the two, not one, not two. Not one, but two. 132nd out weights. There's it is. That's the sneak and the Revo winch. Throw it on a winch. Watch what happens. All available at OmniaFishing.com. Speaking of Omnia, the Omnia Premium Pro, Pete Prispiora Premium Pro app, helping anglers all across the United States of America and beyond catching bass. And it's real easy. Sign up for the Omnia Premium Pro app today, tomorrow, or the next day, and get yourself, or beyond, and get yourself a redemption of, I believe, 50 bones in products. So check it out, OmniaFishing.com. Hey, you want to take a slice out of life? I do it every day with my White River knife and tool. M1 capper, everyday carry. Check out all the fine custom knives at White River Knife and Tool. WhiteRiverKnives.com/stray. All right. There it is. Hey, I think we got a gypsy in the mist. Is there any gypsies in the mist? There he is.
What's going on?
Here's the whiskey gypsy.
How you doing, Pat?
Hey, Gyps, you know who don't skip a beat? Seth Fighter or Wesley Gore on the Impulse Lithiums. Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, those guys are just
Seth yesterday.
Yeah, you did?
Yeah.
El Derte, he's going turkey hunting.
Yeah, him and Brady said.
Shoulder.
Yeah, that's what he said.
They're going to hunt gobblers.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. And your crew, I'm doing good, dude. Look at my tan.
Yeah, I know. You've been having all kinds of fun down there. You hadn't been doing any talk showing.
I look like I lived in Florida for 10 years in Boca Raton.
Exactly.
Did you know that I actually have people come up to me at these Florida events and they're like, yeah, we know you lived in Boca. I don't talk about it as much anymore because Andy makes fun of me for talking about when I lived in Boca. But but they actually come up to me and say, Pat, remember when you lived in Boca?
Did you live in Boca?
Yeah, Andy, I knew you were coming with that one. I did live in Boca for 10 years. And actually, I met a guy there that I used to fish against in the Everglades Bassmaster. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah. And all that going on, Foley. What are you doing? Who you got next to you?
Courtney.
Hey, Court. How you doing? I haven't seen you since Matt Robertson and Colleen's wedding, the M&K wedding.
She's doing good.
Hey, thank you for letting us.
I got my earbuds in, so.
Oh, well, tell Courtney I said thanks for letting us stay at your house because I know you didn't do that. It was all Courtney, by the way.
He said thanks for letting him stay at the house.
And clogging up the toilet. It wasn't me. I didn't clog the toilet up. I don't know what to tell you.
That's true. Yeah. I don't know who did that.
It was old pipes or chode.
He said it wasn't him that clogged the toilet.
Yeah, it wasn't me. Now back to bass fishing. Hey,
she grabbed an earbud from me.
Courtney, it wasn't me that clogged the toilet. It was just the old septic tank, and the grass is always greener on the other side of the septic tank.
Yeah, well, I agree with you. I texted the lady and I was like, hey, this just happened, when we were leaving. She's like, I had no idea. And I was like, well, I guess at least I'm not here. But
then you should have got a refund.
Yeah.
And they didn't have ice cream. But
you left your ice cream there.
That's true. I'd left it for the next people. I'm kind like that. I paid it for it.
You're a giver. You're a giver.
And now back to our regularly scheduled program.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Excellent. Tin Cup Mountain Whiskey. It's the official brown liquor of Bassin. And that brings us right now the king and queen gypsy of Bassin brown liquor. And that's Courtney and Luke Foley. And they're on a road to somewhere, apparently. And
we're heading home for dinner.
Heading home.
Oh, little dinner, of course. A little rendezvous, of course. But hey, Luke Foley every week on the Stray Cast show when we decide to do a show. He brings you the Tin Cup Mountain Whiskey word of the week. And whenever you hear that word, you take a little sippy or whatever you might choose. It could be a cafe con leche, like I got here without the leche. It could be an ice cold Coca-Cola, or of course, look at this, Foley. A Tin Cup Mountain Whiskey. Foley, this is the original show prop tin cup bottle you gave me like 4 years ago for the show. I keep it I keep it on the desk.
Are you thinking me?
It's right there. And whenever you hear the Tin Cup Whiskey word of the week, you take a sip. And again, please sip responsibly, and don't go anywhere. And of course, Foley and Courtney will call you off work if you get a little.
I'm pretty good at pretending like I'm a sister and you've got
me, grandma.
Yeah.
And
I get grandma.
Yeah, well, no, you do that impersonation. It's a good.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, what's the Tin Cup Whiskey word of the week?
Well, what's who you got coming on? I think we got to go with classic. Or
classic or champ?
Or
okay, yeah, I'll say champ a lot. Whenever I see Nick Perry, I say champ because he's champ. And I don't say champ to Clun. I don't.
That's true. That would be weird.
That would be super weird. But I do say champ to.
Yeah. So.
Hey, Foley.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing on the show tonight.
What?
Yeah, we're giving away stuff from Tin Cup Whiskey again. We're giving away stuff from Power Pole. And get this, you can win the Power Pole deal, and you can win the Justin Hamner from the Garage giveaway.
All right, sounds good.
3 chances. Like and share the live Facebook feed. That's all you got to do. We put you in a randomizer, and at the end of the show, we're going to give away some prizes. Justin and I are going to announce the all 3 prizes at the end of the show. And Foley, you and Courtney could win 2 of them.
All right, sounds good.
Power Pole Fun Pouch Pack, Tin Cup Whiskey Fun Pouch Pack, and the Justin Hamner from the Garage Extravaganza Pack. That's it. Right there. I think I got everything, Foles, right?
I think you did, too.
Did I nail it? Yeah, I had a good time in that wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was weird how we had to put all our clothes in a garbage bag and then they walked us up blindfolded. But it was still a real good time. That part was weird. That part was weird. I felt hands everywhere, but it was weird.
Yeah.
But I loved it.
It was fun. It was fun.
They did a really great job with it. It was so cute to see the classic of her with the redneck of him combined together so beautifully.
Yeah, and the way you and Foley reenacted the entire Dirty Dance sequence from Dirty Dancing was amazing. I mean, stellar. Knocked it out.
I really thought he wasn't going to stick the ending, but like
it's called The Lift. It's not stick the ending.
I'm getting the red light buzzer that means Pat, you're talking way too much. With that being said, we're gonna power pull down for pleasure. All right. And when we come back, Bass Galaxy, it is your world champion, the one and only Justin Hamner. Put your power poles down. Don't go anywhere. We're coming right back.
Bye, guys.
Peace. Love you guys.
Love you. Bye.
Peace.
There's a moment when you're faced with a challenge, and just solving the problem isn't good enough, even if that means breaking the rules and shredding apart conventional ways of thinking, all in the name of creating something truly remarkable. With this much control at its command, we didn't stop with just one. We created 2 incredible trolling motors. Introducing the new Power Pole Move brushless trolling motor.
This is the mountain, and this is mountain whiskey. Unspoiled, Untamed, forever wild. There's no safety net, no way down. Up here, it's just man and the mountain and his tin cup. Tin Cup Whiskey. Mountain Whiskey.
Want to know the difference between power bait and other soft plastics? Ask the fish. Berkeley scientists have. Thousands of flavors tested on thousands of fish. Natural. Man-made. Every bait that's ever hit the water. No matter the shape, size, or color, power bait is the only one that is scientifically proven. Fish bite and will not let go.
Omnia Premium Pro gives you the confidence to eliminate dead water on thousands of lakes across the U.S. Exclusively on the Omnia app, use 10 unique data layers containing critical real-time mapping information to see water temperature, water clarity, contours, lake bed hardness, and important weather data all in one place. Matched with Omnia's loyalty credit program on all your tackle and gear needs, this is the only app you need in your arsenal for success on the water.
Welcome back. This is the glorified version of a bass fishing talk show. What you are about to witness is a spectacle beyond spectacles, a celebration beyond celebrations. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Stray Cast Bassmaster Classic Extravaganza. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the one and only, your Bass Galaxy champion. It's Justin Hamner. Give it up, Bass Galaxy.
Yeah.
Hello. World champion Justin Hamner.
That was the greatest intro.
Really? I was winging it, completely winging it. It was black screen. I didn't even know we were live. And I just did stuff that reminded me of something. I don't know. But welcome, champion Justin Hamner. You did it, Justin. You did it.
Holy crap, I did it.
You did it. You're a Bassmaster Classic champion.
That'll never get old, Aaron.
I know. How could it? I mean, look at that Ray Scott trophy. You're sitting right next to you. I mean, just it's fluid. It's fluid with the dreams of so many anglers. I mean, think about it, bud. And 54 anglers. Or no, because there's a lot of quad Pete's and everything else. But 54 Bassmaster Classics and only a limited elite few hold that trophy, and now you're part of the elite few.
Dude, it's nuts.
It's right?
Insane.
I mean, it's absolutely crazy, and I'm glad that we have you on the show now, like after you've had a chance to breathe a little bit. You know, you had the classic. We had some internet demons. It was actually it was a squirrel screwed through the line, chewed through the line.
Ginger.
Yeah, it was the ninja. He was out there.
He didn't want to talk to me.
Yeah. But we're here. I mean, and it's nice because you've got a couple derbs since under your belt, a chance to get back to the real world, and here we find ourselves. And I like it that way. How about you?
What's the real world?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think we live in one because we don't have real jobs anyway. I mean, you're a pro bass fisherman, and I talk to pro bass fishermen, so these are not real jobs. But
man, it's terrible. It's tough.
Believe me, I'm not undermining any of it. I mean, I'm not. Believe me, I know how hard you guys work, and especially, no. Here's the deal. I mean, I've been doing the deal with Bassmaster for the Marshall program on the first 2 days of your guys' tournaments, and then on the other days doing stuff on land. And I got to tell you, I'm beat after those 2 days. And you guys are out there for not only the, hopefully 4 days of an event, but also the week prior, the 3-4 days prior in practice. So, and on a back-to-backer like you just got done with in Florida, I mean, that's exhausting. So, for the real world talk, quote unquote, yeah, your job is not as easy as it seems. And let's face it here, Justin Hamner, if you don't catch fish, you don't eat. Okay, Christina and Scarlett, you don't eat if you don't catch fish. So it's not the easiest job in the world. That's clear.
It really is. It's the greatest job in the world.
It sure is.
But it's not the easiest.
It sure is. And again, fortunate enough that Ray Scott's dream came to fruition for so many anglers to make a living out of this deal, and Bass provides that platform for you. Pretty cool, dude. Pretty cool.
It is. Dude, if you just sit there and think about like all the amount of work and sweat and just straight up just crap that we put ourselves through, and all of us, to chase that right there.
Yeah.
Dude, it's insane.
It really is.
Yeah, we might be insane.
I like it that you have it
nice
into a sunflower, hand painted. What's the story with the hand painting sunflower back there?
Oh, my wife did it. So
I like it.
I mean, my first podcast I was ever on, I had that in the background, and just because we won a classic ain't going to change nothing.
Yeah, that better not. No, that's good luck. Good luck for sure. Hey, and speaking of podcasts, you've done a bunch of those since you won. So what we're going to do, we're going to start this show off, and we're going to make it real painless for you, and we're just going to do victory in a nutshell. Bassmaster Classic victory in a nutshell. And that's where I just say some key points, and you just tell us, you elaborate on them, and they all lead to your final victory in the Bassmaster Classic of 2024. All right, Grand Lake of the Cherokees. Hey, did you know you're a Bassmaster Classic champion? It don't get old. It don't get old. It don't get old.
When Mercer was calling us out, and he said you're reigning Bassmaster Classic champion, I was like, oh crap, I got out of line.
Like, oh, that's me. Like, wait a minute.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. There we go.
All right, you ready? This is your Bassmaster Classic victory in a nutshell. And the first point of order here is too many trash fish outside. I can't tell if they're bass. What do you think? I mean, that was your practice, right? I mean, you planned on going outside, and then you went outside, and you scoped around. You got the periscope out, right? Then you went scoping, and you're like, I can't tell. There's stripers. There's drums. There's white bass. There's carp. So I don't know what.
I have a video on my phone that I took of just looking out in the middle of that lake. If somebody can figure out what all that was, and obviously none of us did, but if you could figure out what all that was and like decipher bass from all that, more power to you.
God bless you.
But dude, that was like, it was actually good because like that made me go to the bank. Made everybody kind of go to the bank. But then that's how you can start separating yourself.
Yeah, and I like how you led me in there, because my next point of order is let's go find cold water, not warm water. You kind of went vice versa, didn't you? It was a catch 44.
Sneaky.
You got sneaky AF right there.
Yeah, everybody's always wanting to go find the warm water. The fish are pulling up to spawn. I hate spawning fish.
Okay,
I hate them. Those are the most unpredictable fish in the world. I want fish that are like those winter fish. They've been doing that deal for 3 months. So that cold water deal, they already know what's going on. If a front hits them, what does it matter?
Say lovey.
Changing conditions, stuff like that. They're just feeding.
They're still going to the refrigerator.
About pulling up every day. So those are just way more reliable, and they're fat.
Okay.
I mean, dude, the fish I was catching were just like, I mean, they were They were chunks.
Gordos, el gordo.
They were so fat.
I like how excited you got about explaining the fish you were catching. That's pretty cool.
Anytime I'm talking about fishing, I get excited.
So you found what you wanted, some fish and some cold water, and you're like, okay, the periscope's not doing me the best a good here. So now let's go to the bank and find us some brush and find us some laydowns and find us some docks and start looking around on there and throw in your weapons of choice. That's is that a pretty accurate statement? Is that what happened there?
Well, so if you back up to like my practice sucked.
Okay.
It straight up sucked. Those, we have those first 3 days, the Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I was like feeling pretty good about that Honey Creek area. It's like, yeah, I'm probably going to spend the whole tournament there. So we go out Wednesday. I go, we have till like 3:00. Go out Wednesday. They're gone. Oh. I don't know what happened.
Yikes.
Them fish was gone. It was nothing but little ones. So tournament day, I went and started in that creek that I pretty much call my fish in, way down there. I hadn't seen it since the Saturday before, but I knew it was like the coldest water, but it was literally the only place in practice where I caught like a 2.5 pounder. And then I saw one, daggone blob come chasing my jerk bait. And that's the only place I saw like that big old fish. It's like, let's just go for it.
Might as well start going there. Yeah. And that was the mind
other place.
Yeah, that was the mind change. That was the turning point.
Yep.
Yeah, I like it. And that's how, and let's be real about it. That's how a tournament angler thinks. Sometimes you don't have that much to go on, but just that little bit can turn into magnum results, right? There's a perfect example of it right there. No doubt, man. Hey, let's throw the jerkbait at them and see if they react. Then we know if they're bass or not. Is that an accurate statement?
That's completely accurate. Like we said, there's so much stupid trash fish in this pond. Good God. It was insane. So I would pull up to a laydown, look over there. I'd throw my jerkbait. There would be 30 to 50 fish in a laydown. Yikes. And you couldn't tell anything apart, but throw that jerkbait in there, might not see anything move to it, throw back in there again, and you'd see one kind of poke its head out.
You're like, hey, Buckethead.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Okay.
So that's why I was having to slow down so much more, just keep making those casts. Honestly, I don't think a lot of the fish, if you just threw one cast at a laydown, I don't think the bass were even seeing it or knowing that it was there because of all these other fish in the way.
Wow. And think of how that happens so many times and we have no idea. That's a lot, bro. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get into the derb. Let's get into the derb here a little bit. And you're winning. You're leading. It's neck and neck. It was kind of it was a kind of go anyway derb. And then on the second day, you pulled a Randy Howell, so to speak. You were like, you called a complete audible, turned the boat around and went and did something else. And when something like that happens, and like they say, when a plan comes together, and 60% of the time it works every time, you know you're on to something. Tell us about that situation, Justin.
No, I started in that same creek that I caught him in day one. Got in there and immediately, here's another little catch 44 for you.
Okay.
I get in there and it was that entire creek. The first day, never saw a ball of bait. Zero bait. The wind shifted and started pushing into that creek, and the entire creek was like a blanket of shad.
Oh, yikes. You're like,
and those fish were going through them, blowing through them. Could not buy a bite. I couldn't compete with all the bait fish. And it completely screwed up that whole area.
Oh.
Because it blew bait into my area.
Yeah, and they just had everything they wanted.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't compete. So, yeah, that's when I turned around and started fishing brush piles.
Pull the Randy Howell?
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Just
how
roll
Randy
with
did it and won the classic. It's like, all right,
Yeah.
turn this
Might
ship
as well.
around. Get out. And then here's what's cool. Check this out: jerk bait, half-ounce jig, chatterbait, and a crank plug. Those are some cool tools for victory, bud. That's pretty much the synopsis of what you used, ain't it?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the jerkbait counted for most of it.
Jigging minnow. A little.
Didn't even throw that.
Oh, I thought you tried it in practice and it didn't work. That's what I said.
Yeah, I tried it in practice, it didn't work. And then day 2, when they were blowing through all that bait, I was like, all right, I guess we're gonna catch them on the minnow. They wouldn't even look at that stupid thing. Threw it in the box and was rolling. But yeah, I feel like if I went there with just that crankbait in my hand, I could have caught 60 to 80 fish a day.
And what
It
was that magic
insane in
crankbait?
my
What
opinion.
was that?
I was just throwing that little. It's a Yozuri MDR. We call it auto bass because if you throw it, you're automatically gonna catch bass.
It's a catch.
So, yeah, it just catches them. It's just little small little crawfish, but you can cast it a mile. To be that small, cast a mile and get down to like 8-9 foot. It's a bad little dude.
Yeah, that's a nice sounding plug for sure.
Yeah.
And it's cool to see you. I mean, combining old school bassin techniques with, of course, forward facing and perspective technology. Yeah. I mean, it's a sign of the times. And you capitalized on everything you possibly could to achieve victory. And brings us to this point right here. And I like to call it the Robbie Floyd fish. And that was your it's the Robbie Floyd fish at the end of the derb. And I know he's told this story a zillion times, but it was kind of like and we did a clip of it on the Stray Cast. That people were like, "Oh, we finally get to see what he was talking about." But describe that Robbie Floyd fish for the audience, would you, bud?
Insanity. That's one word for it. Just that was awful. That was like the most what is it? Technical bass catch like ever. I mean, dude, I'm not even looking.
The best ones. No, the most. No, that's still that. See, but what was cool about that deal is like you were still in the motions. Like the most untechnical one was like Boyd Duckett's win. He didn't even know he got bit. He was just like, "Oh, a bass," and then whatever. Sorry that I just said bad words in this show, trying to keep this family friendly.
Yeah,
but anyway, back to this deal.
Cuss me like that.
Yeah, no, but I mean, and you did fish boat dock, so I mean, you just defied everything in this whole tournament.
Yeah, I did.
As you were fishing a boat dock, you happened to pull out, and you snatched a Robbie Floyd fish because he was yelling at you. You got 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Boat dock. Boom, there it is. You know that's when it's going to happen.
It didn't even make a difference. Like as far as total, like I'd have been fine without it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it gave me about a pound upgrade, whatever. So, but dude, I don't think I could have made it back to the arena. It's like still sane without that fish.
Yeah.
You know, when you catch the fish like last moment, I mean, he's literally telling me, he's like, dude, you only got 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
I know. And I kick the trolling motor up to just go. And then all of a sudden you catch like your biggest fish of the day. Dude, that stuff don't happen for no reason.
Yeah, but
I was stressed out because I'm like, I'm holding the fish I was culling.
Yeah, it was so awkward.
I was scared to crank the motor because I was like, oh wait, I don't want to break a rule. Exactly. So I'm like, I was about to, I was trying to get my scale to come up, make sure I was culling the right one and everything. And then I was like, oh crap, I don't want to crank the motor and that be like some rule I haven't read or something. I don't remember reading it, but a lot was going through my mind.
But I mean, I thought the same thing. And when that happened, it's like, you just know, it's like, it was kind of like Mike's fish at the last minute too, in his classic in New Orleans, Yike and Ellie's, you know what I mean? You see those last minute heroics and you kind of like, yeah, that's our champ. That's our champ right there.
Yeah.
And I got to ask you this last in a nutshell question is, if you could think back to the moment when your weight was announced and Dave announced you and Mercer announced you as the winner, like what exactly happened in your head at that particular second? Like what was going on?
Jeez. All I could think about was my family.
That's
all
cool,
I could
man.
think about.
I love it.
Like, yeah, I mean, I was jacked and kind of concerned about picking up that heavy trophy. I didn't want to look like a little, little sissy not being able to get it over my head. But like, so before we went up there, I'm backstage and like all by myself sitting there. And I'd been talking to Adam, asking what he had, and he told me he had 18 pounds. Like, I swear I wouldn't do that to you. I was like, yeah, but fishermen are liars. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I don't trust you yet.
Yeah.
But when I heard that him call out 18 pounds for him, I mean, I knew what I had.
Yeah,
And that's when I like broke down and kind of
that's
got
when
all
it
those
happened.
emotions out, I
Okay.
think. Yeah,
Yeah, that
it
makes
really is.
sense. How do you keep it together though? Because you kind of figured it out already, and then now you're up on stage. Wow, you're good, dude. You should go into method acting if you can handle that one.
This whole thing is method acting.
It's a method.
I could do method acting
today, right? I mean,
yeah,
for
I
crying
could do
out
method acting, then I'd have to remember what method I was in.
loud. Oh,
I'm just
gosh,
gonna be my awkward self.
just be the method to the madness, okay, champ? That's all you got to be.
There you go.
Hey, and that's your Bassmaster Classic victory in a nutshell. Congratulations on that, dude.
Thank you.
I mean, seriously, amazing. And I think this would be an appropriate time to kind of bring you back now, because let's think about when the dream started. Okay. Now, I know that you and Carl were out there smashing. You and Pops were out there smashing.
We were.
Yeah, I mean, from 7 years old, bud. You've been a proper bassin' man since the age of 7. And you and your pa were out there, I mean, just Tuscaloosa. And how do you say that? Tuscaloosa? Tuscaloosa. Tuscaloosa.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. I mean, you guys are out there since the age of 7 as a team duo. I mean, kicking butt then, man. I mean, think about
That's why. And to have them in the boat with me, dude, come on.
Yeah.
When we were riding around that arena, I don't know if you saw it. Like, the first thing I did when my dad got up there, I went straight to him and just handed him the trophy.
Yes.
Like,
I could tell, man.
Gosh.
I could tell, man.
Freaking awesome.
I mean, that's the first thing in the Justin Hamner timeline. Let's start it there with you 7 years old and you and Carl, him introducing you to this beautiful sport of bass fishing. Okay. Jeez. And then you kind of progress on and you got your next tournament, bud, in life. And that's old Jimbo Williams. I mean, about the age, about the age of 12, you and Jimbo just start tearing it up, didn't you?
We tore up so much stuff.
You tore it up.
We was going out of so we're middle school, can't even drive yet, obviously. His mom would come and pick us up from middle school every day, and he had a little John boat. All it had was a trolling motor on it. We'd charge that battery up, little 12-volt battery up every night, drive the four-wheeler down to the lake, throw it in there, and we do a lap around his slough every single day. It was just a matter of going left or going right.
That's all, man. Their bucket heads are going to see you, weren't they?
Heck yeah. We caught the piss out of them, too.
You and Jimbo tore it up. I mean, and those are the Bassin glory days. You know what I mean? Like, that's where you're out there just pretending to be your hero. Like when I was a kid, I'd do the same thing. And my aunt got me a 2-man bass hunter boat for my 8th grade graduation. And I was out there being Rick Clunn every day. I just wanted to plug every day being a bass man. I mean, that's how you do it, man. Hey, let's jump.
You knew how much we learned about that though? Like, me and him would spend so much time. Like we would walk through the water just looking for crawfish. We're picking up rocks, getting crawfish, just seeing what they were like, seeing how they moved and stuff. And then we're throwing little finesse jigs to like, well, dude, we like made our own lures. They were awful.
But wait, I think just short at this time that it's an Alabama requirement that prior to getting your driver's license, if you're a bass fisherman in Alabama, you need to learn how to swim a jig. And I think is that accurate in saying? So I think about that time,
absolutely,
that Jimbo Williams, the end of that era, that's where you learned the jig swimming madness, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Put that Alabama shake on, son.
And then, of course, appropriately, right after you learned the Alabama shakes, you went and did a little work for the University of Alabama, and and you did a little groundskeeping over there. I mean, cutting some lawns, You even cut Jordan Lee's lawn, I heard. That's a true story.
Jordan Lee. I don't know if it was his lawn or not.
It's a true story I made up right now.
Yeah,
just
sounds good.
When you were into
that was for about 6 years though.
Yeah, 6 years
with the university.
You earned some money. But here's the deal. Landscaping's an art in its own. I mean, it's a very meticulous art. It's similar to bass fishing. I owned a landscaping company myself at one time, and there's you got to make decisions. Like, do I cut first? Do I weed eat first? Do I trim that? You know what I mean? Like, what's the method? Do you cut first or weed eat first? You trim first or cut?
So we would edge first.
Edge first.
Definitely edge first, then weed eat,
and
then cut.
And then cut. And then there's less cleanup.
We got to have everything perfect. So, we had those Walker mowers that suck all the, grass clippings up and everything. Can't be having no grass clippings up.
It keeps the tide rolling. You know what I mean? It keeps the tide.
Exactly.
It keeps the tide.
I'm just saying. I mean, I left and our national championships kind of.
The mojo that you were bringing.
Coincidence, but.
Yeah. Where did it go? Right back to you and winning a Bassmaster Classic. See, they should have known. You know what I mean? Roll Tide.
Should have known. Should have paid me more than $12.50 an hour.
Yeah, exactly. Hashtag Roll Tide up a little bit. Bring up the tidings. They're saying. So that being said, little pay and a lot of work left little time for bassing. So you had to make an adjustment. You did a little. I'm timelining you here. Went and worked back for the family concrete business for a little bit, and you got back into the opens. Okay.
Yeah. So at that time, I was actually, I'm dumb. I mean, I don't know. My wife, I don't know how why she even agreed to it. So I leave the job at the university. Don't tell her how dumb she is. She is an amazing woman.
You're something else, champ. You're something else.
Hey.
It's a slippery slope.
Have I showed you her beautiful picture?
Yes.
Look at that beautiful painting. She
is the smartest woman in the world. For the record.
So I leave the university, but I had to wait until she had our baby. To leave the university so we could get those good health insurance.
There you go.
So,
makes sense. Smart
yeah. So we get that. I leave the university and literally, I mean, that was my last week. And went back to pouring concrete during the day. I mean, that was like 6 to 3 or 4. And then as soon as I get off that, I started my own lawn care business. So as soon as I get done pouring concrete, doing my own lawn care.
Okay.
Just to try to pay for these stupid opens.
I'm telling you, it gets expensive. It gets expensive to try and live the dream, but the payoff's amazing, as you're living proof of. Yeah, I want to give you. I'm going to throw a date at you here, and you tell me if you remember what happened on this date in your life. Okay. From a bass fishing fan's perspective, which I am, I see this as a turning point in your career. Which made you the angler you are today. And that date is July 26, 2019. You remember what you were doing on the afternoon of July 26th?
That's the James River.
That's the James River, sir. July 26, 2019, in your truck.
That was rough. That was really rough. Yeah. Jeez. So I filled up my truck and I thought I had enough gas to make it back home. And it was going to be close, but I literally didn't have another dollar. I mean, there ain't nothing left on these cards. Yeah, I was digging underneath my dang truck seat trying to find quarters to buy me a double cheeseburger from McDonald's. It got rough.
Yeah, bud.
Just because I didn't make a check on that James River tournament. I lost like 10 or 12 fish in that tournament. Any of them would have done it. But
yeah. I mean,
also, that's the reason I didn't qualify for the leaks that first year too. So
yeah, and I mean,
that sucked.
In such a, I mean, so many anglers at that point would cave. You have a brand new baby at home. I believe Scarlett was just born at that time, and I mean decisions abounding. You know, it's like, hey man, maybe I should just go pour concrete and cut lawns. I'm sure that crossed your mind at that point. But then again, you went to the next derby. You made it to the last derby of the year. You cashed. And then 2020, you did it. You did it. What was it? What made you keep going, bud? What made you keep going towards this dream at that point when you were completely down? It was $0.
I wasn't going to stop until I physically just could not do it. I wasn't going to stop. I mean, I didn't want to put my family in that situation ever again. So all I did was just bust my butt the next year even more and cut more grass so I wouldn't be put in that situation again. But I wasn't quitting.
Yeah, man. I mean, amazing. And things like that make a champion. Things like that make a champion. Think about that. Think about how that prepared you for where you are right now in your bassing career. You can get over that. Now you can get over anything. And you're a champion.
Anything.
You're a champion now.
Dude.
You've been at this elite series since 21, right? And already a champion in this short time. You just might as well win your first one. Might as well be a Bassmaster Classic.
Might as well. I was saving it up. Dude, gosh, that's what. But that's what makes us love this so much. It don't matter what you coming from. You just freaking put in the work. It don't matter,
dude. And now you tasted blood. You know what I mean? You're like a great white that was out there. I mean, that's what Corey Johnson just told me the same thing. He's like, Pat, now I know what it's like to win. And that's what Corey just told me.
It's dangerous.
I know.
It's dangerous.
Now you know what it's like to win, Justin.
Dude. I mean, it hadn't worked out yet, but just like this last tournament at St. John's River, I made a heck of a gamble to go out there and try to catch I'm talking about a straight up fat bag.
Okay.
And come back with 5 pounds.
I loved your video. Today we absolutely crushed them. Sitting in second place. Second from last. That was me and Dave Gaston were out there cracking up about that one, dude.
Oh, dude.
Hey,
so you know what I got to do though? I went straight back and did it again.
You just say, take that. Take that.
Yeah.
But I mean, you fared well though. I mean, come on. You started the year 14. All right. Over at the Bend, and then at the Fork, a 3rd place, top canner. Of course, Bassmaster Classic victory, first place there. 26 at Leesburg, and then 55th at the St. John. But
hey, I went from 2nd to last to 55th. That 21 pounds helped.
Believe me, seriously, I was just about to say you're a derber and you salvaged it. You know what I mean? It was no Brad Watley lead. 95th to 2nd. Yeah. But for real,
if I'd have had 80-pound braid instead of 65, I don't know. I still ain't figured out how do you break 65-pound braid? Come on,
dude. It's absolutely nuts. And I've seen it happen more than once. It's like, dude, it's nuts. I've seen it happen to Hackney once, and boy, was he mad. Oh, was he mad? Imagine that. Imagine the shotguns were flying. You heard the whole time.
Yeah.
Hey, Ginger, you around there? You want to do some Justin Hamner?
Yeah.
Bassmaster Classic and Bassmaster Elite History all-time
numbers.
Yeah. You probed Ronnie Moore, right? How is Ronnie when you probed him? Did he sit still?
He's sore.
He's sore.
He got a little bit more high pitch.
Yeah.
Hi.
But
Howdy ho, children. Yeah. Gingy, when you probed Ronnie and found out some stats about Justin Hamner, what are you finding out here? Tell me what you got here.
So we have Justin. You have now fished 44 Bassmaster Derbs.
Oh,
in your career. Okay,
My lucky
34 times in the money. It's only 10 times not cashing, which is a wild stat.
Ooh.
Yeah.
He's
So for your 44 Derbs, you've caught 1,559 pounds of bass.
Wow.
You've accumulated $585,802 in winnings.
Okay.
So,
a couple of years, not bad.
Not bad. So we broke it down. So per pound, you are making $375.75 per pound of bass that you catch.
Yikes. Every pound of bass you catch is $375, bud.
It's a lot.
That's some expensive fish.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Christine's going to be like, it's a 5-pounder. It's a 5-pounder. Don't lose it, Justin. That's what she's going to be.
Got some new shoes.
Yes. Your super smart wife is going to be like, don't lose it. Don't lose it.
So
That's amazing.
Go to the 80-pound braid.
Yeah. Go to the 80-pound braid now.
And then I got one more. Just
okay. What do you got?
Per derb, with the 44 derbs in your money, you're making $13,314 a derb on an average.
$13K.
$13K a derb average. Yep. Pretty darn good.
Okay, covering the entry fees. But still, no, but real, you're above the red.
Yeah, you're above. Yeah, he's up there.
Not bad, bud.
Where did all that go?
Well, I'll tell you what, there's plenty of change right now under the truck seat. You don't got to worry about that. Scrounging for a cheeseburger.
I haven't had to look at it.
You know what I mean?
If we were doing this about the money, we dang sure be out of here by now.
Yeah, you'd be back pouring concrete, that's for sure. Working for the business, cutting lawns, doing all that good stuff. Gosh, come a long way, kid. Pretty cool.
It's pretty nice.
Those are nice stats.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ginge.
Do you want to do the first guess before your 20 questions?
Oh, yeah. You know what? Let's do that.
Okay.
Good thinking, Ginge. Let's bring on our first
guest. Let me try to get that set up. Yep.
Okay. So start into the 20?
Yeah, start in and then I'll let you know.
Okay, cool. That's what we're going to do. So I got a bunch of sneak guests for you tonight. I hope you're ready for this, Justin and Bass Galaxy.
I'm ready for anything.
Okay, this is going to be fun.
I'll try anything once.
All right. Well, so first off, I got a just kind of like a list of 10 questions for you. It's kind of rapid fire deal, but just some points of order here. And I want to see how this pertains to you, a Bassmaster Classic champion. And whenever we have Clun on the show, we get deep. And Brandon's deep now as well. And they're really into creative visualization. You familiar with the term in bass fishing? Have you at any point in your life creatively visualized this win, like so specific that you saw it? Have you ever seen this win, this victory?
Yeah.
Tell me about
I've held that trophy up so many times.
Tell us about it.
I mean, I've had several like actual dreams. Like I won the classic. They get a little weird and squirrely, somewhere in there. But I've won it a bunch. But they're just sitting there in the mirror, just straight up butt naked in the mirror, just holding that trophy up.
These are vivid dreams. These are vivid dreams of a champion. I mean,
yeah. Who doesn't want to hold that trophy up, just straight up butt naked in the shower, just holding that thing up?
Did you know that the entire Chicago Bulls team had the same dream? Yes.
What?
NBA champions. No, I made that part up. But I mean, are you telling me you've really had that dream?
I've actually, like, legitimately had that dream more than 10 times.
That's insane. So if I mean, pretty much, I think it's a given. If you have a dream that you're naked holding up a championship trophy, you're gonna win it.
Oh, the naked part is like after I wake up, I just I'm just sitting there in the mirror like, That's the visualizing part. But the real dreams were I was fully clothed for some reason.
Good. I'm so confused. I thought there was some some subliminal meaning like this, like I was born, it's the nakedness, and I was born into this world, and I was meant to hold this trophy up over my head as a warrior of the vast galaxy. I didn't know what was going on here. It was beautiful though. Whatever.
No, it's just like a hop out of the shower, you look yourself in the mirror and just
you're like Jim Tan laundry. Dang it, I am somebody. LFG. Like that. I get you, champ. I get you. Hey, let's do this. Let's bring in our first guest of honor. Andy, we're ready to go? I think we are. Okay, here it is.
We're ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, here to congratulate you, our first sneak guest of the evening. Andy, bring him on. Let me introduce this guy. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the one and only president of BASS, Mr. Chase Anderson. Welcome aboard the crazy train, sir.
Hey, Pat. Hey, Justin.
How you doing?
How's it going, Chase?
Good, buddy. Good to see you.
It's our champ, Chase. He's here.
I know, and I love that last part about the shower. That's all I caught when I got on. So I assume y'all talked some fishing before then, but, man, thanks for having me on, Pat, and great to see you, Justin, and you know how excited we are for you, but look forward to spending a couple minutes with you here.
Absolutely. If you knew what I did to your chair during that Bass headquarters, celebration that you weren't there for, I don't know if they told you or not, but I had a good time in your office.
Yeah, I heard. So Justin came to the office. We had him over, had a little celebration with the team. I unfortunately was traveling that day for other stuff, and I didn't know about it the day before, and I couldn't change my truck. So my assistant, Claire, who sits right outside me, when I got back, she said, Justin sat in your chair right there at your desk. But did you put your feet on the desk or not, Justin? That's the big question.
Did you hear that whole naked thing?
I did, but uh-oh. We're going sideways fast on this one, Pat. You got to run this in, buddy.
All right, you two. Relax.
Sorry.
All good. I'll keep the feet on the desk in my mind and leave it at that.
Yes, please.
Yeah, sure. That's all it was just the feet.
I mean, but hey, you got to, just like when you go to the Oval Office, you got to take the opportunity to sit in El Presidente's seat, and Justin sees the opportunity right there, like a champ would,
Absolutely, like a champ.
Like a champ.
The coolest thing is when you go into his office, he's got the whole race car get up, the hat, the vest, and everything, dude. It was awesome.
Well, I'm glad you asked. That may have to finish.
Hey, there it is.
Yes, the race got hat.
That is the official. See, this is that's his version and his autograph right there. So
I see, but
I'm very proud of this hat. It normally is in my office, but I thought, well, maybe it may come into handy tonight. So
you knew, didn't you?
You teed me up for that, Justin. I appreciate it.
You knew, cowboy.
There you go.
You showed me one time, Chase, I believe at Gussie's champion toast, that Ray gave you a belt buckle, didn't he?
Well, he did not, but Jim Kent's, who was his right-hand man for years and years, gave it to me. And
gotcha.
These came from Susan, Ray's wife, who kind of had all of his memorabilia and belongings, and we were fortunate enough to get several pieces of his. I've got a jacket, a vest, a hat, and the belt buckle. Really cool stuff. I keep in the office or at home here.
I mean, and pretty amazing, Chase, that I think if you have to look back at things here, and you being the president of BASS, think of how rich in history this organization really is. And if you look back at all of it combined, it's pretty cool where it brings us in 2024. I mean, we find ourselves with Rick Clunn's 500th Derby, 50 years of tournament angling, and a fresh new Bassmaster Classic champion. It's quite a cool 24 so far, isn't it, Chase?
Oh, it's incredible. Like you said, the history and legacy, and it goes back to if you see the cast episodes we did on FS1, the phrase you heard a lot was Ray had a dream, right? And he had a dream, and it's like he had a incredible vision to see what the Classic would be like in 2024, and for Justin to hold the trophy over his head, right? Pretty remarkable. It's like he was such a visionary, and where you're, have privileged to be such a storied brand and organization who throughout the years, the legacy and the heritage have remained so strong, yet we've been doing new things as we've moved into the future, and what the Bassmaster Classic has come, and what it's meant to hold the trophy. And I can't relate to that, Justin. You can, and I'd love to hear more about what it's really like. But it is amazing. It started with Ray's dream, and we at Bass Now feel like we're stewards of that when it carried into the future. And by working with these talented anglers and promoting their skills and abilities, and putting Justin and others on the biggest stage in the sport, and doing our best to promote the heck out of it. Obviously, teach and educate, make it exciting at the same time. We can carry on Ray's vision and the legacy of the organization, the brand that so many of your viewers now and our members, have contributed to so much. And we're in an awesome position to try to just be good stewards and be leaders in the sport. I'm firmly convinced and confident we are the leaders in the areas of the sport that we touch.
Absolutely.
And that we lead. And but thanks for bringing that up, because it all does go back to Ray and his dream and the foundations of bass in our sport. So something that you said when on that, I believe it was the second day of the St. Johns River, when you guys presented the picture to Ricky Clunn. Was that the second or the third? It was Friday. It was the second day. I got up and spoke about Rick's 500th tournament, his 50th season. It was quite an honor to be able to do that. Yeah, just last week.
You said, and proudly representing the Shield, and that's really the deal. I mean, ever since I was a little boy, if you had that blue and gold Shield on your bumper sticker, you were cool. You know what I mean? We related. We shared a common bond. And that was that bass, that blue and gold Shield, staying loyal to it. Justin's a perfect example.
Right. It means something to people. And, when you see that, it resonates. It generates something in people, and emotional response, if you will. It does for me. It's why I'm wearing this hat right now, and I'm on this show, honestly. I joined as a kid that care about the organization, personally, not just professionally, because it's what I do. I wouldn't be doing this professionally if I didn't care about it personally. And that, that's so many people who are involved with our sport and in our industry. Pat, I know you have that story, and Justin, you obviously do, giving your life to pursuing your dream and being a top angler in our sport and Bassmaster Classic champion. My goodness, sacrifice to get that is, I don't know how you begin to, add all that up. But no, it is the Shield, the brand, the patch, I believe they called it more in the older days. It means something to people, and we all that love this so much have a strong connection to it, if you will. And again, I do myself, or I wouldn't be on this show right now, and neither one of y'all would be here.
It's the common denominator.
That's right. And I'm sure a lot of your listeners and our members and our fans, the 1.3 million people that came to our website over the course of the Classic week, so many of them have that, and a lot don't because we're bringing new people into it as well, right?
Yeah. Thanks, Ben Milliken, for that, right? Benny's bringing a bunch of them too.
Well, there's a lot of guys now and new things we're doing and we're working on together with the anglers and with other leaders in the industry, right? I mean, it's exciting times. We're seeing a lot of new growth in our sport and in our industry. So
yeah, I mean 100%. And Chase, thanks for being a cool president. You know what I mean? Thanks for being a cool prez, bud.
Hey, Pat, I'm not as cool as you and I never will be, but
come on.
I appreciate the compliment from you. It makes me feel cooler that somebody like you would tell me that.
Yeah, well, I mean, you don't get a lot of guys that are going to come on the show and put a Ray Scott hat on, and I mean that's pretty cool in itself. I mean, you know what I'm saying, Justin? That's pretty B.A. Barack.
Heck yeah.
Well, I don't mind wearing a cowboy hat now. Justin knows how much I like to wear my boots. I wear my boots all the time.
Oh yeah. He's rocking them now.
It's not just any cowboy hat; it's the Ray Scott hat, dude. See, that's what you got to get.
The cowboy hat.
That's the cool. Yeah. It's not just a cowboy hat; it's Ray Scott's hat.
Yeah, I don't go around wearing a cowboy hat all the time. I will say that, but I do. I wear the Ray Scott on special occasions, and that's at the Classic. And for your show, Pat.
Well, thank you very much. Chase, we certainly appreciate everything you do for the Bass Galaxy in this show. And I want before you go here, do you have any words of wisdom to Justin Hamner for the remainder of his 2024 season?
Absolutely. Thanks for asking. Obviously celebrate it, Justin. Enjoy it. Take advantage of the platform you're giving to speak, to tell the story, and tell it personally from the heart. Your story from when the dream started, and be authentic with it, and people really connect with that. And it truly is an American dream type of story. And from when you started as a young kid, the adversities you've had, and you spoke a little bit about it at the Classic, the profession you had before this to where you are now is, the champion of the world, the Super Bowl champion, the Bassmaster Classic champion, right? It's a story that needs to be told, and we here at Bass want to help you tell it. And obviously Straycast and many others in the industry want to as well, but enjoy it, but then also use the opportunity to promote yourself and promote the partners that support you and support our industry, and we want to help you do it. But when somebody asks you to be on something like this, take advantage of it. And
long life of Bassin.
Call the office for ideas on how we can help you promote it. Right. So
there you go.
You are our champion. Nothing will ever change that. And we want you to celebrate it, and we want to work with you to promote this great opportunity for you. So
that's pretty cool coming from the press.
That's awesome, dude. And that's why you've been so awesome with us. It's just like you have that relatability. You get down on our level. You know what I mean? You're there every tournament, it seems like, and you're back there with us and hearing from us and stuff like that. And it's not just somebody that, oh yeah, we hear about this guy that owns it, never hear from him. We really appreciate you actually being there and, the input, but also obviously the platform that y'all are providing us is incredible. And I don't know how many of, just all the Bassmaster organization people reached out to me and have helped me and my wife through all this mayhem. But I can't thank y'all enough. It's been awesome.
You're so welcome. You're the one that scratched and clawed to get there and get the victory. And congratulations to you and your family. And it's neat. I have a daughter named Scarlett also. It was really cool meeting her at the.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So when I found out her name was Scarlett, I got all excited because we've got a 7-year-old named Scarlett, and Justin Scarlett was tired. She was tired at the beginning of the night. By the end of the night, she was out there dancing and having a big time.
That's awesome.
But
I've got a video of her dancing with Davey Height. That might be the best video ever made.
Oh, Davey's a heck of a dancer. We all know.
You mentioned something earlier about me, and I appreciate you saying that. I don't tend to make a lot of stuff about me, or at least I try not to. But I like it. I like it. You know, I do this because I like it. And I like going backstage, and I like talking to the anglers. And when I ask you to see your bag of fish, it's not because I'm trying to make it inconvenient for you. It's because I really want to see it. It's like I want to see what the best in the world's doing. I know I could never do that, and I want to try to learn, and I have fun doing it and being around the pro anglers. I'm a fan myself, right? That's part of it, man. When I'm down there by the boats in the morning, you know, before y'all leave, I'm looking at all the gear. I'm like, man, this is cool. I'll take a picture and send it to my buddies and be like, man, check this out.
Yeah,
so, you know, it's just it is what it is. But man, I appreciate what you said about our team. Got a small team, smaller than most people think, but we work really hard. I'm really proud of our team. And we want to work with you and all the anglers to promote our sport and take it to the next level. So
that's awesome. Hey, Chase, before we let you go on, I want you to know this about
yes, sir.
Justin. And I don't know if you heard this earlier in the show or know this about him, but in 2019, he was on the James River in the Opens. He didn't cash. He was completely out of money. Barely had enough gas to get home.
Wow.
And scraped up enough change under his truck seat to buy a cheeseburger. Right.
Wow.
And now here he is, a Bassmaster Classic champion. That is the sign of a champion. And that's what you were talking about, chasing the dream with the common denominator, bud.
That's right. And I didn't know that story, that detail, but that's an American dream story, right? It's and that story needs to be told, right? I'm a believer of that, you know, professionally and personally.
Think of the inspiration it brings.
It's inspiring.
So many.
That's the word. It is inspiring, and that I did not know those details, and that is awesome. And again, congratulations, and enjoy it. And we're so proud of you, you know, and just excited for you.
Yeah, and the pivoting
I
point.
appreciate it, and that's just something that shows how much it means to us. Just to be with bass. I mean, dude, this is obviously just been a childhood dream, but like there's no other place I'd rather be. I'd go through all that again and again and again if it meant I could be right here. So
100%.
Awesome.
Bass Galaxy. That's your president, Chase Anderson. Chase, thanks for coming aboard, and I appreciate you, bud.
Thank you, Chase.
Thank you, Pat.
Yeah,
Justin,
we'll see
great to see you. We'll talk
you
soon.
at the next turn.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Peace, buddy. How about that, Justin? Hobnobbing with the president.
I wasn't ready for that one. So he probably doesn't remember this story, but so I think it was my first or second tournament, you know, on the elites. I hadn't met him yet. You know, it was all that 2021 COVID, still crazy. Sure. We didn't have like the pre-meeting stuff. Well, he walks up and introduces himself, and I look at him and was like, all right, so what do you do? You know, we're sitting there in the weigh-in bag, like, so what do I do? And he goes, oh, you know, he's bashful. He doesn't like talking about himself. He said, I guess I own Bass. I was like, oh, let's start this over.
You did the rewind button, didn't you?
Yeah.
Unreal.
He's a good dude.
Heck yeah, dude. That's pretty cool, man. And cool stuff right there. Hey, back to our before we bring on some other sneaks, let's rapid fire you a few more, because I think there's a couple things that Bass Galaxy needs to learn about you. Some from seeing things, I could tell you have a bubbly personality. Would you say that's true?
I don't know.
I don't know. You're outgoing, it seems like, so far. I mean, you're a good interview. You're a good sport. So I think that you're
always happy. That's one thing.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. So I think you probably do impersonations, don't you? Don't you do an impersonation of someone or something?
Yeah, terribly, but yeah.
Okay, well, do a terrible impersonation for us, like a champion would.
Gosh.
Yeah, give me an impersonation.
You are putting me on the spot on that one.
There's a lot more of these on the spots coming. Just letting you know.
I don't know. I'm more of a reference kind of guy. I don't ever do the impersonations as much.
Give me a cool reference.
I mean, like, I have a bunch of like SpongeBob references. Is that cool? Like, what? You wasn't ready for that one, Pat.
No, I was not. That's amazing. Give me a SpongeBob reference. That's great.
I mean, pretty much any situation you can pull out a SpongeBob reference. So, like, I don't know. Me and my wife just walk around all the time, and pretty much everything's it's either that or that's what she said.
Of course, that's
That's
perfect
what
for
she said
everything.
my
That's
wife to
perfect.
death in public.
That's perfect for everything. The old Michael Scott. That's what she said.
Yeah.
But I expect
Yeah.
plenty of memes now with you saying that's what she said, or a
That's
SpongeBob.
perfect. Or SpongeBob. You never know what
First
you're
3
gonna get
songs
with
that
me.
come to your head. First 3 songs that come to your head. Go ahead. Boom. Give them to us. First 3.
The Outsiders, Eric Church. That's a banger.
Okay.
Probably right now, Morgan Wallen, Cover Me Up.
Gotcha.
And then my absolute jam song before any tournament is Sugarland Stay.
Oh, okay. Sugarland Stay. Gets you all wild.
Yeah.
Gets you ready to rip.
I'll be just singing it at the top of my lungs. Obviously, you don't know that song.
I
You
don't.
like cool music.
Well, I don't.
Okay, well.
What? Who's saying what's what? But I don't know the song.
Go ahead and hit that one. And,
well, we can't play.
Get back with me after.
Oh, so you were being sarcastic.
After you hear that? No, you can ask all my buddies. Like, we're headed to a tournament. I'll pop that song on and be singing in top of my lungs.
Really?
I mean, it is the slowest. Just like it's a slow song.
It's kind of like Whitney Houston. I Will Always Love You, but different.
Yeah, I just like singing really loudly terrible.
Well, that's okay. So, if whatever motivates you, it works for you. You're a champion. You're a champion.
Yeah.
Hey, what's your all-time movie jam? Like, what's your movie?
Ooh,
hands up.
It's gotta be Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore's so good.
Happy Gilmore. It's hard
really
to beat.
Is.
If it comes on, it's getting played. No doubt. No doubt.
I mean, and it stands up every time. It's like you watch it and it's just as good each time.
Every time.
All those early.
What's yours, Pat?
I mean, I really like Step Brothers and stuff. I'll watch that every time it comes.
Step Brothers is a good one.
It's just all that early, that early stuff. The Farley ones, the Sandler ones, the Will Ferrell stuff, all those OGs. I like
that was comedy gold. Like that time frame. What is it? Late 90s, early 2000s.
And now I'm really into Danny McBride.
Perfect.
Anything Danny McBride does is golden. Like Righteous Gemstones, that's amazing. And of course, Eastbound and Down, Kenny Powers, legend.
Oh God,
role model.
Legend.
Hey, relate your Bassmaster classic victory to another life experience. That's a life moment, obviously, winning the Bassmaster Classic. Relate that feeling of victory to another feeling similar in life.
Probably. I mean, you got to say your kid.
Yeah, birth of your kid.
Right? There's no doubt that's the boring answer. I know, but dude, as far as life changing, that was life changing. Me and that little girl is going to get into some stuff. I love that girl. Gosh, she is awesome.
I mean, you know that it's like, I mean, I obviously never won a Bassmaster Classic or anything compatible, but just great moments in life. It's like when my daughter was born, the day after she was born, I woke up and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm a dad. It's like, oh wow, I'm a dad. Or
it doesn't seem real. Like,
yeah,
what do I do?
Oh wow, holy cow! It's like when the first time you get laid, you're like, oh my gosh, I got laid. It's like the first time you wake up the next day, you're like, that happened. It finally happened. It's the same.
Winning the classic is way cooler than getting laid.
Is it? Okay, I'll take your word for it. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Hey, I don't know, man. I'm going to bag these, Ginge. I'm going to bag the rest of this, and let's get on with our sneak guess. You want to do that, Andy? What do you think?
Give me like one question. Let me get him ready.
Okay. Let's get on.
Cool?
I want to bring these guys on because I think this is going to be pretty fun.
I'll let you know.
Okay. Hey, Justin, I gotta ask you this, man. What would you do if there was no bass fishing? I mean, would you just be back with the concrete company? Would you have your own landscaping business? What would you do if there was no bass fishing? Or if there never was bass fishing?
I mean, dude, I don't know. That's all I've ever thought of. I mean, I guess I'd be cutting stupid grass. I wasn't smart enough to go to school or had the money to. So it's like I was just going to work. I mean, but I've never even thought about it.
Like, I mean, that's all you ever thought about is bass fishing. When you were a kid in grade school, you did a paper, and the paper was, I want to be a pro bass fisherman, and the point of matter about this was Jay Yelas. He was your role model.
Yeah.
Jay Yelas was.
He had just won the Classic, and I think it was on the Alabama River that year. He had just won the Classic, so I was like, yeah, Jay Yelas, he's the freaking man.
I want to be a Bassmaster Classic champion, right?
That's all I wanted. Yeah. I wanted.
And you had to do a whole paper on it.
Yeah. My teacher thought I was crazy, I'm sure. All these other kids are doing like real jobs. Like, oh, this kid just wants to fish? What?
Well, you're like, what's that all about? I mean, think about it too. Yeah. Like, bass fishing is cool now. But like when you were in 6th grade or whenever you wrote the paper, I mean, bass fishing wasn't necessarily cool. You know what I mean?
No.
Oh, wait, hold on.
We didn't have any of that.
I hear the Bassmaster theme song, and that's played only for Bassmaster Classic champions. I know you're here. So that...
Oh, gosh.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the one and only Jay Yelas.
Hey,
holy cow.
Oh, my gosh.
Look at this. Jay, we were just talking about awesome. You. No Your way. Ears must have been ringing.
Yeah. How's it going?
Jay.
How's it going, guys?
Good to see you, bud.
I'm doing wonderful.
I just wanted to jump here and say hi and congratulate you on your Classic victory and just all the success you've had. I think it's wonderful, and I'm proud of you. And they wanted me to jump in here and say hi, so I'm glad to be here. What's going on?
Yeah. Hey, Justin, could you tell Jay the story we were just talking about? Could you tell him that in your own words, please?
So I don't know if you've heard yet or not, but sorry to, get you thrown into this. But when I was in 5th grade, I wrote a paper. We had to do like a report on what we wanted to do or who our role model was growing up. And Jay, you were the man. When I was in 5th grade, you had just won that Classic. And I did a whole paper on you.
That's cool. I was kind of at my peak back then. I won the Classic and then Angler of the Year in 2003. And, that's awesome that you say that, Justin. I appreciate it. And hopefully we've been an inspiration in some form or fashion, but you're doing awesome. And I'm just really excited for you and your family, all the success you've had lately. It's great. And I want you to just keep going. I know you will. Just keep it on a roll, and you're on a good start. I seen you're in the top 10 in the AOY standings, and just keep it going. I remember after I won the Classic that year, I won Angler of the Year the next year. It's the only year I ever won Angler of the Year with bass. And I was so busy after winning the Classic and doing promotions and stuff. That's the only year that I didn't even think it was realistic to win Angler of the Year. I'd show up to tournaments and I'd miss a day of practice because I was flying in from some seminar or whatever. And I'll be danged if I didn't win Angler of the Year that year. So it's possible, and I'll be pulling for you. Hopefully you can make it happen. I know you guys got a long ways to go yet, but it's totally doable. You can do it.
That's awesome, dude.
I appreciate it. And thank you for being just such a good person to look up to. I mean, all that you've done for the sport, and I mean, how much you've helped with all the casting kids stuff. And
oh yeah, it's a lot of fun.
You're the man, Jay.
I appreciate it, Justin. Yeah, I was very blessed to have a 35-year career as a professional bass fisherman. I loved every minute of it. And as you know, I retired in 2022 at the end of that season. So I've had a lot to be thankful for. Met a lot of great folks around the country, and I'm just now I'm just really content running the Cast for Kids Foundation and giving back to kids that are less fortunate and giving them an opportunity to enjoy the great sport of fishing.
That's awesome, Jay. Jay, think about
That
this
is.
too.
Yeah.
Think about this, Jay. Like, so this kid is in 5th grade.
Yeah.
And you have no idea that Justin Hamner even exists. And I say that respectfully, but look what your championship did and how it formed this man's life. I mean, that's amazing. We were just talking about it with Chase Anderson. The common denominator, the bond we all share is this fish. And you winning that classic and that fish formed this man's life.
Well, and the same thing that will happen now. There's young kids out there in 5th grade that are getting into bass fishing, and they just watched you win the classic, Justin, and it's your turn now to be a role model to those kids and show them what how much fun fishing is, and encourage them to pursue it as a lifetime passion or hobby or profession. There's so many ways to enjoy the sport of fishing. That's one of the neatest things about it. But it's there's a lot of responsibility that goes with winning the classic, and that's the reality of it. But you're a great man for the job. The mantle's been passed to you, and you're going to be a huge inspiration to a lot of youngsters. Not just this year, but in the coming years. So I'm looking forward to seeing how God blesses the rest of your fishing career, because he's done a lot so far. You've had a great start, and great things are in store.
I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. So, Justin, before we let Jay go here, I think that maybe you want to ask him a question like about his Bassmaster Classic victory. Like when you were in 5th grade, there had to be a question you wanted to ask Jay Yelas, and now 5th grade Justin Hamner has the chance to ask Bassmaster Classic champion Jay Yelas the question about the. You want to ask him anything? Can you think anything?
I don't know if I can right now. I mean, this whole full circle deal, dude, it hit me.
Yeah,
it hit me hard. I mean, this is
keep those spotted bass on that plug the whole time.
That is an absolute great question. What is the meanest spotted bass?
Yeah, Justin, one thing I heard you talking about during your classic win was that feeling that you had all week that something special was taking place. And I can say that I had the exact same experience the year I won the classic. And it was like it was meant to be. It was already, God had like preordained it to happen, and you were just walking it out. That's kind of how I felt looking back after it was over with. And it's just such an unusual feeling. It's very rare. I'll just leave it at that. It's very rare, but I could relate. I could totally relate to what you were talking about there. And I was like, yep, I know exactly. He's going to win it. I know I've been there. It's hard to describe or explain that feeling to other people, because it's like, it's supernatural almost, but it's like, that it's coming, it's going to happen. And you just have to stay focused though on the task at hand, and go out and at the same time, just go fishing and do your thing and be you out there on the water. And then it happened, and you won it. So it's pretty awesome. And, but I thought that was cool. And
I appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure.
It is such a weird feeling. Like you said, everybody's asking me, and I never even got nervous about anything. Like it was just like you said, it was out of my hands at that point. I was just going fishing. Like it was already decided. It was awesome.
Yeah. It was meant. That's when people talk about something meant to be, and that's what Justin is referring to there. And I totally believe it. When it's your time, it's your time, and it was his time this year. So
and there it is. It happened.
Awesome.
Hey, Jay, thank you so much for coming aboard the Straight Cast show today and and making Justin's night, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure.
You dang sure did.
Oh, that's cool.
Thank you, Jay.
Justin,
This is awesome.
if I can ever help you with anything, just holler and let me know. Text me or call me. I'd like, if you have any questions about anything, that I'd be more than willing to share what I know. And
I'm going to send your digits to him. I'm going to send your number to him. How's that?
Do it.
Hey, tell us about the Casting Kids. How do we find out info?
It's actually Cast for Kids. Cast is an acronym for Catch a Special Thrill.
Okay,
and
excellent.
Our website is castforkids.org. It's castforkids.org, or just Google it. It'll pop right up. And yeah, we have fishing events all around the country for kids with special needs, and it's a super fun program. Been around over 30 years. I didn't start it. I'm running it now and watching it grow. It's a lot. It's all volunteer driven. We got tremendous people all over America that want to do special things for kids in their community. So we just work with them to put on great events for the kids. So check out castforkids.org. We're always looking to start new events, get more kids out fishing.
Excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, check out the castforkids.org, and that is Bassmaster Classic champion, AOY, and Bassmaster legend. Yeah. Thanks so much.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Jay.
Take care. All right. See ya.
There it is. What do you think about them apples?
You got me on that one.
Yeah.
You got me on that one.
That's your guy. That's your guy right there. That's your guy.
Dude,
dude, I'm having a good time. Are you having a fun Bassmaster Classic show?
Yeah, just don't make me cry anymore.
I'm sorry. You and Mark Zona. That's our goal, is to always make you and Mark Zona cry whenever you come on the show.
Well,
hey, Ginge, you want to left hook this guy for the last time tonight? What do you think? How we doing there?
Yep, loading up now, bud.
He's loading it up, and we got one more left hook for you. We're bringing in one more mystery guest for the night. Oh, hey, by the way, before we get on to this, we were talking about the like and share contest, and if you haven't like and shared the live Facebook feed, sorry to everybody else and to those that are going to watch or listen on the podcast tomorrow, but you have a chance to win the Power Pole Pack from Stray Cast, Justin Hamner, and Power Pole, of course. Also, the Tin Cup Mountain Whiskey Fun Pack to your door, and get this one. Something from Justin Hamner. All you had to do was like and share a live Facebook.
Are you ready to see that?
I don't. You got the prize? Show us the prize. You got it with you? Okay, show us what the like.
You're
and
not
share
ready
prize.
for this, Pat.
Oh, I don't think I am. What does the audience have a chance to win? What in the world is that? Wait, is our guest here, Andy? Bring him on if our sneak guest is here, because I want him to have a chance to win. Ladies and gentlemen, one and only
yeah, I'm gonna win that. My goal is to win.
Matt Walters.
You want that, don't you, Pat?
I do want that. That's like a sign of honor.
Yes,
it
is. For those that will be listening on the podcast tomorrow and don't see this visual, it's what is that prize, Justin? What in the world is it?
So this is from Yamaha.
Okay.
And I went ahead and signed it. I mean, I hope I didn't mess that up, but so they give it to it's like a thing of honor from Yamaha, and that's pretty freaking awesome.
And you're giving that away to a lucky member of the Bass Galaxy.
We are.
Wow! If you haven't liked and shared the live Facebook,
is this Hamner's idea or Christina's?
Wait a minute, Pat. What do you mean by that? What is going on?
I didn't know if that was his idea or his wife's idea to get it out to Alice.
I didn't want to look at it.
Hey, Patrick, what was in your bedroom this past week?
Which bed? Where do I?
What was in the corner of your bedroom?
It was
at St. John's River.
I just had
the fingerless demon doll.
Oh yeah, that doll was pretty creepy. I tried not to look at it. I think I turned it around. What were you doing in my bedroom, first of all?
Wait, was it Annabelle? And what?
Hey,
what's going on?
So he said, I tucked you in last night. I said, you didn't tuck me in. He said, I tucked you in. And I was like, I don't remember you being in there. So I must have been asleep. He said, yeah, you were snoring. Oh my god.
Unreal. Hey, Pat, your buddy won the Bassmaster Classic, Patrick.
Small local derb done got the W.
Yeah,
That's
he
what I
got
told him.
the
I
W.
said, hey, if you're gonna get the W, that's the one to get.
Yeah.
No doubt.
I mean, and
All
let's
day.
be real about it. I feel pretty strongly in saying this statement. Back me up, Patty Walters. Justin would not even have come close to winning if it hadn't been for your drive on the final day of the Classic to get him there, because he wasn't even going to go. He's like,
He said he was gonna sleep in.
Yeah,
he
he's
was
like, I
I'm
don't
just
even want to do. I can't get out of bed. I can't do this. And you're like, you can do it. You're a contender. Come on, I'm gonna drive you to the Coliseum.
no, whether I was there or not, he was getting it done.
Yeah,
When he's shooting straight that week, it was all aboard. Hey, I was just trying to help him sleep and give him some company a little bit. Because that ride, Hamner, how bad was that ride?
That ride sucked.
Like, I didn't realize his truck drank that much fuel. Like, I filled his truck up. He was like, go inside, get you an energy drink. We filled the truck and stuff up. And by the time we got there, it was up past a half a tank. And I'm like, you could literally see the fuel gauge just, it doesn't help when you go 90 mile an hour, but
He drinks it.
yeah, it does drink.
I mean, but dude, come on. That ain't even the half of it. This man right here, he's the one, him and his family's the one that's helped me. I can't even think about how much they've freaking helped me along the way. I mean, when I was fishing them opens, I'm staying in the RV with them. Big T over there cooking for us, all these tournaments.
Big T has cooked a many a meals. A many a
I
meals.
promise you that driving me to the Classic was just the tip of the iceberg for being able to get this done.
Yeah, bud. I mean, you guys been running
No
together
doubt.
a while. You've been. I mean, you were with Justin in that 2019 season there, Patty, on the Opens too. And
oh yeah,
I mean,
we met actually in the Costas. What year was that, Hamner? 18, 17?
17.
17.
Wow.
And
yeah. When I came hobbling up with my broke leg.
Yeah, just two goobers. I mean, yeah, back in the day. And we both got along. I mean, it was like we don't get along with that many people. And it was like, dang, we kind of like each other.
Yeah. Kind of hit it off.
The funny thing is
what it was when we kept going to the same spot, like we weren't telling each other about what we were fishing. Then we'd show up first spot in the morning, it'd just be me and him, like, all right, we might as well start talking so we ain't screwing each other.
Because I think it was that open a Harris chain. That first one's like, what you gonna do tomorrow? You know, we're like rigging rods. It's like, I'm gonna start on a drill a flat. I said, I'm gonna start on a drill a flat. I was like, I'm gonna throw a rattle trap. He's like, I'm gonna throw a rattle trap. I was like, what lake are you gonna be in? He's like, I'm gonna be in Little Harris. I was like, I'm gonna be in Little Harris. And I was like, you're not gonna be by that buoy, are you? And he's like, I'm gonna be by that buoy. And turns out we were 50 yards away from each other. We both found the same hole somehow, and we didn't catch it. We got a limit.
Oh, that's awesome.
Your co-waxed him though.
I cut his trap off. I was like, dude, I need that trap. It was a Bill Lewis knocker, and I was like, I was throwing an XR knocker, XR rattling. I was throwing a Bill Lewis rattling. Negative. And it has nothing to do with his trap, because I cut his trap off and put it on my line. And I was like, I'm about to Gerald Swindle this thing. I'm about to catch him. And it was all actually, it was all had to do with how slow he was fishing it. Because
how you held your mouth.
And he kept catching them, and I did not. Because I mean, if anybody knows me, Hamner knows me better than anybody. Hamner, how do I fish a Carolina rig?
That son of a gun reels it. Just I come back and he's throwing the Carolina rig and he's just reeling it in like it's a dang wobble head.
The power.
Hey, what are you doing?
Touch the bottom a couple times, reel it back again. It's like so it's like rattle trap.
If they don't hit it on the fall,
got it. 2 pump, reel it just. And so yeah, he was like yo-yoing it. He cracked him. I could not do it.
That's insane. Unreal. And you guys traveling together in the most prestigious bass fishing league in the Bass Galaxy. And I mean, you gotta run into some some crazy situations on the road, ain't it?
We've
I
seen
mean,
some stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you guys. I mean,
It'll age you.
yeah.
It'll
There's pressures. There's pressures on the road. Pressures on the road.
I'd say there is and there isn't.
Honestly-
Me and Hamner are both pretty easygoing. We're optimistic at all times, I feel like, and we've never run into any situation that's like we got a problem. I don't care if it's Hamner's changing his oil filter or something, or like we got a problem on the side of the road. You got to expect those issues to occur. You know, it's no matter what it is.
Yeah.
The hardest part about it is us breaking down what we found on the water, because we usually find too much stuff and then we just can't fish it all. I mean, because you try to, that's my problem, is I try to fish majority of it. Hamner fishes at the pace of a snail. Actually, Hamner's life, he drives slow, he moves slow. Like,
What?
he fishes slow. I'll call him on day one of practice, and I've already I'm talking about a legit full circle. St. John's, the first day I did 140 miles in practice. He's like, and kudos, St. John's, he did move, so not talking crap about St. John's. But everywhere else, he's like,
Yeah,
man,
not
I've
that
been in
one.
this one creek all day, hadn't moved. I'm like, what do you mean you've been in this one creek all day? Like, this creek's like super small. He's like, I was just seeing what it looked like.
I
Moseying
like to
along.
get intimate
Mosey.
with it.
Just
I
moseying.
don't.
We get intimate.
I like to brush
Gotta
the
learn.
edges.
You don't even brush
Abrasiveness.
the edges. You just
I don't.
drive by the edges.
Yeah, I do.
Scours the edges.
So
All
Pat
friction.
figures out where to go. I just figure out how to catch them. He just figures out where they're at.
Good
So,
combo.
Did you, Pat? Have
Yeah.
you gotten any suction service lately from the
Man, I
bass?
have not.
Yeah,
I haven't been on a good spinnerbait bite, a good buzzbait bite. Me and Hamner have both been on 2 good frog bites, though. in
Really?
practice.
Well, that's
Dialed.
suction service.
Dialed.
and it
And then tournament time
is.
comes, it's been the biggest letdown. I'm talking about like 3 frogs tied on deck. And don't weigh a bass in the tournament on them.
Yikes!
I don't think I
that's a
threw it at St.
nightmare.
John's hardly.
That's a
St.
nightmare.
John's was like, we're about to catch them.
I thought we was gonna crack them. Son.
I think Harris chain was actually better, though.
You know,
Yeah.
Drew Cook cherishes the secret baits that you gave him at Harris Chain.
Man, I got to stop sharing secrets with that dog, dude.
I mean, I'm telling you, he's already.
I know.
He's
He ordered 400.
Did he? Yeah. I mean,
He
he's
told
out
me,
of-
and I was like,
oh,
dog,
out of
I've done
control.
shared secrets with him.
He's
And
like,
I said,
"You know what? That's got to do. What's this deal? This thing's just as awesome. They're gonna miss this thing. This is the best thing yet." Man,
That's awesome.
scouring the internet, found him. Found him.
Dang.
saucy.
Patrick showed it to me, and I threw it back in his boat. I was like,
Yeah,
"Oh, okay."
that's a typical me and him move. It's like, you got a new bait, and it's like, throw it out, and you're like, nah. Like, you just got to, like, be not interested whatsoever.
Pat's like, I only got a 20 bag. Drew Cook's like, well, just give me 16 of them.
No. He said 4. He said,
Yeah.
give me 4. I said, okay. I was like, I got more if you need more. I said, this is the only bag I have. I don't even know what these are. He's like, yeah, that's all I need. And then he calls me afterwards, cussing me. He's like, man, you only gave me 4. I was like, dude, you asked for 4.
He
He's
did
like,
ask for 4. I was there to witness. He did.
He asked for 4. I was like,
He asked for 4, only
you want
4?
more?
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
That was
That's
it.
on him.
We were on the water too, and he's like, gosh, I should have got more of those.
Yeah, he should have. That was on him. He has ordered more though. He's ordered enough for a lifetime because we'll never use those again.
Hey,
Never.
We'll never bite those again.
It's a one-time only thing.
That's a typical bulk thing. I feel like every time.
Pat, thank you for coming aboard here and hanging out with us and your buddy. You got any words of wisdom from you, Pat Walters, to your friend, Bassmaster Classic champion Justin Hamner? Give him a little Pat Walters wisdom.
I do. Next time you do a straight cast, drink a Red Bull beforehand because at the endurance clock we're at an hour and 44 minutes. I know you're tired. These are long shows.
We're thorough. We're very thorough.
Very thorough.
Yes.
Other than that, words of wisdom: live your life, be happy. I mean, if you're not enjoying it, why are you doing it? And that's why we fish. It's 9 to 5.
That's why we get along.
That's why we get along.
Be thorough. You guys are both thorough. Yeah.
Be thorough and just enjoy it. It's
I can
fishing.
see that.
And
Well,
anything, even if it's not fishing, even if you didn't fish tomorrow, you gotta find something that makes you happy.
Absolutely.
And fishing right now is making me mad. And listen, I'm about to fillet him, okay? On the side point.
Back in the side.
Okay, Pat, you tell me, do you eat bass?
Me? No, I don't really. No.
Why
I mean,
not?
I have. Huh?
When was the last time you had a really good day fishing then?
A really good day fishing?
Like,
a couple, like when
been a
we
while.
went to that secret lake in Kentucky, and I caught a dirty 30 right after the classic.
Dang, that is pretty good actually. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's recent.
Well, go out there
if you
and not
eat
catch them
bass-
for a while. You'll start eating them again.
Yeah, eat them. I'm telling you, I don't. It's like the Native Americans. You got to
Okay.
become one with nature.
Okay.
We eat smallmouth every time we go up north, and since we've been doing that, Hamner, our smallmouth stats have gone up.
Okay. I get it. It's kind of like Rick Clunn jumping in the water to acclimate himself with it. Like
We acclimate with one.
You're acclimating. I like it.
Yes.
Hey, speaking of acclimating,
Catch and release at Crisco Lake.
let's give away some stuff. What do you think? So while all three of us, let's give away some stuff together and end this Stray Cash show. First thing we're gonna give away is Gingy. Why don't you text me the tin cupper and text Justin the power pole one, and text Pat the Yamaha Chinese dowel. Is that cool, Pat?
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's look
That's
at that.
Medal of Honor. I'm actually surprised you gave it away. I hope I should have entered my name in there. That was
You
no
really
doubt.
should.
Christina is terrified of that.
Is she really?
Christina comes around the corner and is like, God, like she's like shifty. Like that thing. Hey, every time they walk around the house,
You
it's
know me
moving
too
in different
good.
Places.
It's like
literally moving in places. It's like that wasn't there last time we walked in the house.
Hey,
Like
I put it on her side of the bed, just straight up, just like staring at her. So when she wakes up in the middle of the night,
I love that.
Tormenting. All right, Ginge, here we go. The Bass Galaxy, the winner of the Tin Cup Mountain Whiskey, the official brown liquor Bass and Fun Pack to your door. It's the one and only Mr. Mike Davis. Mike, you won. Congratulations,
Mike.
Mike Davis. You just have
Mike
to
Davis.
send your to the Stray Cast Facebook page, and Rockin' Shoal Fantasy gonna get your info. All that goes for all the winners. Now did you get a text, Justin? Let's give away the power pole.
I did.
Fun Pack. Who's the winner of the power pole?
It is Patrick Walter. What?
Wait a minute. He can't win that.
Oh, Nathaniel Gay.
Oh, I was like, let's go.
You won the power pole pack, Nathaniel Gay.
Oh, wait,
There it
Nathaniel?
is. Awesome.
I got fired
Awesome.
up. I was like,
Bassmaster
okay.
Classic champ Justin
Pat's
Hamner.
like, I want it.
All right.
Okay.
Now,
I'll
Pat
take it.
Walters, this apparently is the big prize of the night.
I have not got a text message yet.
Oh, you haven't?
I have not.
Oh, Pat, Ginge.
So,
Just come up with a name.
Well, no, we can't do that.
Pick a name.
Let me look at a streamer.
He's going to give it to himself. Ginge, you texting Patty? Oh, wait, no,
Yeah, he's
that's
got
me.
it.
Oh, yeah, I just got it. Just
Okay.
got it.
Okay.
All right, y'all ready for the winner? And the winner
This is hold it up, Justin. This is the prize.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is the
yeah.
the Japanese dowel from Yamaha. It's a Japanese.
Chad Henson.
And Hanson, you won.
Wait,
The Japanese
Yeah.
Justin Hammer Yamaha deal.
That's
but
like,
Christina
God, I
doesn't
wanted
want
that
in the house
power
anymore.
pole.
Look at that thing. Look at that
You-
thing.
You won that.
Hey, not gonna lie, kind of looks like Scarlet in the face.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. Look at it in the face.
We'll fight.
Wow.
Your haircut, Scarlet in the face. Look at it.
Your
I'm not
haircut.
BSing. Look at it. Look at it. It does. You know it does. Look at it. You see it.
It has your eyes though.
Yeah, it's got my eyes, but it had her like facial features.
Oh wow. You could tell you guys are roomies. That's for sure. That's for sure. He said we'll fight. Justin said
We'll
we'll
fight.
fight.
We'll fight.
Hey, he is putting some
I ain't
pounds.
fighting
I
Patrick.
think that's why he's catching them now.
Oh,
He's done put about 10, 15 on him. He's finally getting into that fighting weight. I'll still sit on him though. I
Yeah.
still got him.
he
If
just
you
he
put
looked
I
them
put
thighs
one
on me,
thigh
it's
on him.
over.
Yeah, I put one thigh. Listen,
Yeah.
choked
he's
out.
got, you got legs like tree trunks, Pat Walters.
Yeah, graveyard dead. He wouldn't even breathe no more. Like he would just like close your legs. He's like, I'm suffocated.
No,
would be a
when I
fight.
was trying to do that recap video, like the bait breakdown, all of a sudden, like there's an explosion behind me. Turn around like, what the heck was that? He crushed 3 beer cans, one stomp.
Wow.
That's
He's got
impressive.
tree trunks. Those are tree trunk legs on Pat
It
Walters.
was the possum stomp. You know, you ever done one of those dances? The possum stomp. I think that's is that a song or is that a video? What is that? Or that might be something
It's
we're not
gonna
supposed to
be
talk about. I don't
both
know.
after this.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
Save the possums, kill the seals. That's what he was talking.
Manatees.
Manatees. Save the manatees and don't
There's
hit
too
them
many
in the-
manatees. I mean, we should honestly bring that up. I don't know if we should take this to, you know, to the state
Do a
house
public
or
service
what.
announcement, Pat. Go ahead.
There are too many manatees in the state of Florida. I love a manatee. Good for them, but maybe they should just migrate somewhere else.
Go your own way.
Relocate them.
Yeah.
Nate?
Boat safe,
How do they
but
taste?
boat fast. No wakes. Unless it's too
Eliminate no
narrow.
wakes and eliminate manatees.
Yes, 100%.
That's right there. Hey guys, thanks, Pat Walters, for coming aboard the crazy train tonight, and Justin Hamner. I got to tell you, I had a great time on this Bassmaster Classic Celebration show. Better late than never. You know what I mean?
Hey, it was fun. I appreciate you having me on.
This
We'll party anytime.
We had a good time. Next week we got Johnny Garrett on. Johnny's going to
John
tell us.
Boy.
Yeah, he's going to tell us all about the Harris chain. Tell us what went down there.
You will have to give him a Red Bull.
Yeah, we're gonna amp him all up. We're gonna amp Johnny Garrett up, and I'm gonna have some of
Ask him why mullet jump.
why mullet jump.
There you go.
Okay, that's my first question of the night.
I can't wait.
Why mullet jump? My first question to Justin was, do you edge first or cut first? And he edges first when he's doing.
I don't edge.
Yeah.
I just cut.
Just cut. Straight cut.
I just cut.
Straight cut, man.
Patrick, don't slow down enough. To
That
cut.
should be the next
Do it.
cast. Straight cut. That's what I do. I'm a straight cutter, okay? You don't want me cutting any hair or your lawn, all right? It's going to be
no hair
crooked.
here, son.
Yeah.
And scalped.
I don't know. You're the one who cuts it on like what'd you say, 1.5 inches? 1.25 inches? I at least cut it on 2.
Wow.
1.5
Yeah,
inches.
that's low, dude.
Yeah, you guys are
Get it down there.
high and tight. High and tight. Hey, speaking of high and tight, since you guys are roomies, would you guys close the show for me and then just tell everybody that we'll see him next week with John Garrett? Would you guys take turns and just close the show? And I'm leaving. I'm out, guys. Thanks. Bass Galaxy, love you. This is Pat Walters and your reigning Bassmaster Classic champion, Justin Hamner, closing the Stray Cast show. Peace. See you next week.
Yep. Pat's out. He had to go poop. So we're going to close this show.
I love
You just
that.
want to hang out for a while? I mean, what?
We actually could. Let's go another 15. Hey, let's drop
Yeah,
some knowledge on them. This would be like the most viewed scene.
Go, guys. Fine. We don't care.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, all right. We'll wrap it up. We'll
Our
talk-
show.
Responsibility for what happens.
By the way, the
That
best
was
secret
this
I got to
week's
tell you though.
Stray Cast. Oh wait, you got a secret?
I do. I got a good one for you. I had to share it with you.
All right, give me a call.
All right.
Give me a call. Let's go
Deuces,
kill a
y'all.
turkey.
Thank y'all for watching Stray Cast. Y'all with your classic champ, Justin Hamner. I'm out. Go ahead, Ham.
Y'all come back next week. Old John Garrett's gonna have that blue trophy.
Stay.
Peace.